Part 1, Exploring TinkerCad by clicking the LED on pin 13. First is go to TinkerCad.com and sign up for an account if you haven't already. And once you're logged in, create a new circuits project on TinkerCad. Open the drop-down menu on the right-hand side and search Arduino. Click on the circuit breadboard and place it somewhere on your workspace. To see the program loaded into the Arduino, click on the button code. You can also switch the code into text and just click continue to proceed. You can adapt the code for the blinking LED by adjusting the timers. Remember that the output is sent to pin 13 after Arduino. And finally, you can simulate your program. You should see the onboard LED blink. Part 2, Exploring TinkerCad Arduino Simulator by building a circuit with an external LED. Use the same program as Part 1. Search and select resistor to limit the amount of current that can flow in a part of a circuit. Next is search and select LED. Make sure that the LED is connected correctly. The remainder of the circuit consists of a resistor and a light-emitting diode or LED. And now you can start to simulate your program. As you can see, it's blinking, so it's working. Thank you everyone for watching. See you again in our next video on how to use the Wokwi Arduino simulator.
So how to use Wokwi Arduino simulator. So we need to visit the main page, and you can navigate to it by using this link, https://wokwi.com, or you can simply type wokwi.com on your browser. And now we're here at the main page. As you can see, we have different types of boards we can use for our simulation. We have the Arduino, the ESP32, STM32, and PiPico. And if you scroll down, you can see the featured projects, which you can view if you wanna learn how to create a calculator using Arduino Uno. We have the code here, as well as the Arduino Uno and the component connected to it. But in this tutorial, we will be creating a blink and LED project using Arduino Uno. So first, let's click on this Arduino and navigate to the section where you can see Start from Scratch. As I've said, we'll be using Arduino Uno, so let's just click Arduino Uno. So, as you can see, this is the view of the new project window. This is an empty or blank template for the Arduino Uno project. You can now see the Arduino Uno board in the right side, and that no other components or connections are located here, just the Arduino Uno board itself. But before we proceed with our tutorial or example of Blink and LED project, let's first familiarize ourselves with the different sections here in the user interface. So we have the sketch. First and foremost, we have the sketch. This is where we write the Arduino code. So you can copy and paste the code here as well. Mind you, this editor is smart. It comes with a lot of options such as syntax highlighting, autocomplete, formatting, etc. We also have the share button and the save button. If you click on the share button and you haven't like put anything yet or have done anything yet and haven't saved anything, it will show you a save project button. To share this project, please save it first. So let's try saving the project first. So let's put the project name as Blink LED, and you will be greeted with two privacy options, the public and unlisted. But we'll be using public for this one, then save. Now if you go back to the share button, you can now access the link which you can share with your colleagues or students or classmates, whoever you're collaborating with. Simply copy to clipboard X, like Control V, and there you go. The next part is the add part button. So basically, this holds all the components that you can use for your simulations. You have LED, resistor, push button, and it comes with a search bar. If you're lazy to scroll down and look for that specific component that you wanna find, just simply type, for instance, LCD, and it will show you all components which has LCD in its name. We also have the dock section, which is located in the top right section of the user interface. If you click on it, it will open a new tab, and it will show you, welcome to Wok. Wokwi is an online electronic simulator. You can use it to simulate Arduino, ESP32, STM32, and many other popular boards, parts, and sensors. On the left side, it will show you as basically this is like a manual or a guide for you if you're getting started with Wokwi. Like, getting started, welcome to Wokwi, supported hardware, and as well as the guides for your simulation project. Now let's go back to our project. We also have the sign-in option, which is just right of docs section. If you click on it, you can see that I already have my account. Let's try logging out first, and then to show you the sign up, sign in button, simply click on it and it will show you three options to log in via Gmail or Google, to log in via GitHub or email. Let's try logging via Google, and just click on your Gmail, and then there you go. We also have the simulator window, which is basically this one where the simulation will happen. So all the action takes place here. This is where the parts that you had placed will appear. And you can connect those parts using wires, which I will demonstrate later. And lastly, we have the editor window, which is in the sketch feature or sketch section. This is where we edit our code, we play with it. And to see the changes, we have this start simulation. So whatever you put here in your editor window, your code, it will act or simulate the actions, the functions that you've placed here based on the certain component that you've placed the code for or the function for. You also have here the three dots. By clicking it, you can show the debug, the fit, the zoom in, zoom out, toggle, grind, full screen, etc. If you simply want to drag the screen, just simply click the simulation anywhere in the simulation and then drag. Or use your mouse to zoom in, zoom out. So scroll down, zoom out, scroll in, zoom in. Scroll up, zoom in. So let's proceed with our project. So having this new blank project window, let's click on the add a new part because we'll be needing an LED and a resistor. So just click LED and it will appear in your simulation window. And then we also want to add a resistor. Let's put the value of it into 22 kilo ohms or 2000 or 2200 ohms. You can rotate this by using this button. There you go. And just simply zoom out so we can view the entirety of the simulation clearly. Now, to connect the wires, as I've said before, just simply hover on the ends of your components, which is basically where you will connect the wire or you will put the wire, and just simply click on it and just drag wherever you need to put that certain wire on the Arduino Uno board. And in particular, this LED section is where the negative terminal is. So it will be located in the ground, or it will be connected to the ground. And the right side of the positive terminal of the LED will be connected to the resistor, and the resistor will be connected to the positive terminal of the Arduino board, or where the voltage positive will come out, which is in the port 8. So if you click this simulation, start the simulation, nothing will happen because we haven't placed our code yet in the editor window or in the sketch. So let's put our code. So after we put our code, we're simply typing it or copy and pasting it from somewhere. We can now click the start the simulation to check if the code is working, or and if the LED is exhibiting the right condition that we've added or that we wanna see. So click the start the simulation, and there you go. The LED is blinking with a delay of 101,000, and it has a timer here. Well, it's basically just a timer of how many seconds has passed after you click the simulation button. Now let's stop the simulation and let's navigate to this one, the diagram.json. So basically, this diagram.json section shows you the version, the author, the editor, as well as the part that you've placed in the simulation area. We have the Wokwi Arduino Uno, we have the LED, we have the resistor, and as well as where they are placed. Top, left, and its rotation. Remember, we rotate our resistor before, it's rotated now to 90 degrees. And its value is 22,000 ohms. So you can change the ID if you want, as well as the color of the LED, like if you wanna make it green or yellow, whatever you want. And we also have here the connections, which is basically a section for the wire colors and where and who or what is collecting from a certain point to port, certain point to point. So for instance, this LED 1C, which is basically from the ground to the negative terminal of the LED, it is color green. Now we can change it, simply changing the color green to red. Now, as you can see, it changed it to red. LED 1A naman, let's try changing it to blue. And then try changing it to purple. There you go. Now if you click the simulation, yeah, as you can see, it's still working. So that's all for our tutorial. I hope you've learned something, and we'll see each other again in our future videos. Thank you.